Hi, everyone. Well, welcome to Global Predictions. I'm your co-host, Greg Prescott from In5d.com, .net, and .vip. And I'm joined by the hottest goddess.
Can't believe he just did this. He just did this again. I thought it'd gone, but he's done it again. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure putting it up there for you.
I didn't mean to put it up there.
Oh, jeez.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Hello. Well, hello. Hey. So who's in today? First of all, my love, how's your day been? It's the first time I've talked to you today.
I got down to my target weight of 179.9. And then the following day, I started eating 3 keto meals a day because now I'm trying to put weight on in a healthy way. And I'm also doing lifting weights as well because I have a lot of, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, there's a lot of loose skin going on here that I need to replace. And I know I can do it because we have what's called muscle memory. And in 2017, I was pretty buff, so I know I can get kind of there. I know I won't get all the way there, especially at my age, but I can get a lot better than what I'm at right now.
Still buff to me.
And with all the weight I lost, you're going to have extra skin, so maybe I can fill that skin in with muscle. We'll see. I don't know. How are you doing?
Right, yeah. I'm okay. Yeah, had a lovely day with the kids, came round, it was lovely. Yeah. We came round to clean and it was lovely. I had was it all my grandchildren.
Wow.
All of them here. So that was just wonderful. Yeah.
And whenever Ali tells you that, be sure to send her lots of loving, healing energy because she always overdoes it. And I can't blame her. I would do the same thing if I were in her position.
Yeah. Oh, just so adorable. The baby is now walking. She's walking, bless her. Yeah, I'll send you the video. So sweet.
Oh, yeah. Aw.
Yeah. Oh. No, she's doing really well. She's so chuffed with herself as well. She really is, though.
Aw. First one in today in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me ask you, how, outside of the kids coming over, how was your day?
Lovely. That was the whole of the day, really.
Okay.
So yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, we had ordered. They wanted a takeaway, but I wasn't hungry. I didn't want to say I wasn't going to eat any. But I ordered, yeah. So because otherwise they'd have said no, don't worry about it. And Rhea was looking forward to having something because she doesn't order it at home much. So I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. We'll order it.
Yeah.
They got Chinese. They plated me one up in the fridge, but yeah, in Logan I'll eat it later.
You can't go wrong with Chinese, really. There's a little something for everyone there.
Yeah. Oh, it was lovely. Just it was bliss. Really bliss.
Our first person in is No Shit Sherlock. Watching you gorgeous folk on catch up for fear of burning into a pumpkin after midnight. All right. See you on the replay.
Already liked. Thank you for liking it. Appreciate you.
Appreciate that, definitely. And hi to some quadruple B's.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Welcome back and welcome aboard. We're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
And there's Akasha from up in Canada. How are you doing?
Hi, Akasha. Hello.
And Mary. Hello, Ali and Gregg. How is everyone?
Hello, Mary. I love the way Mary always writes in capitals. I love that. Just it's a Mary thing. It's a Mary thing.
Love to the hottest goddess.
Thank you. You think so? That's that. So
I do. I insist.
I've even got a mug that says it.
Put it up there. Hang on. It's hard to read. Oh, there you go.
I love my sexy goddess. Happy 52nd birthday, Ali, from your Adonis Gregg. See, you are.
Well, that's what you say.
Me,
so.
Yeah. And that's all that matters. Absolutely. So if anybody wants to be on the healing list, please let me know and I will add you on there. And if anybody shares tonight's video, please let me know. Tonight I will be pulling a number between, well, how many people there are on here. There's a random counter that can be picked, isn't there? And so we can do it by that. So I said I would do 2 because there's more than 50 shares. And so if you want to be part of that, I'll be giving away 2 30-minute readings to somebody who shared it. So if you share it multiple times, then put down share, you know, so let me know.
Okay, just making sure we're popping up on all the streams we're supposed to be popping up on.
Hey.
Yeah,
so,
looking good.
Names so far. So up to 56. So yeah, we appreciate it very much.
I don't see us on your Facebook page.
Wonder why.
I know I chose it. It was the first one I chose. And I don't see us on the In5d Facebook page, so there are still some issues.
Okay.
Let's see if we're on X.
I'm trying to create the copy, and so I can. Oh no, that's the chat, so I won't be able to do that. Have you got like a copy, like a link, so that I can then just share it over to my page, and then you do the same?
Do you want me just to put it in the chat here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good, and then I can share it. I can put it on my Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. So where did we get to?
Oh, I can't send anything in the chat, apparently.
You know, it keeps doing that. Why does it do that?
Probably
because I came in first.
Yeah.
No, I can't either.
Oh.
Sending messages is currently not supported to Facebook profile groups, X, Twitter, Hik, and LinkedIn. Okay. Well.
That's odd. Maybe I'll try refreshing the page. See if that makes a difference.
Okay. Oh dear. I'm melting. My eye makeup is melting.
Yeah, that made a difference.
Lori? Hello?
There we go.
Linda? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Jeremiah? Hello, lovely. And to Lisa as well. There's Lisa, Mum there. Hello, beautiful Ali. And Greg and Star family. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I will share all those. Oh, we've got some lovely shares going on, so appreciate that.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very, very much. Right, so Gemini Moon, good day.
Hi, Gemini.
Hello, Ali. Gregg and Ali, good evening, chat. Sounds like a wonderful day, Ali. I'm happy for you. I know how blessed I am to have my family that I can see nearly every day. Well, if not every day. I am absolutely blessed. I know that. I don't take that for granted.
Did you see the link?
Yeah, I was just continuing reading those and I'll do it now. Okay, let's do that.
And I'll share that on your page right now.
Right, I'm sharing it on my Facebook.
I thought I was sharing it. We're both sharing it on your... Go ahead. You share it.
That's what I wanted the link for, so I could share it.
Okay.
So I've done that.
Okay.
You going to share it on yours?
It's already on mine.
Oh, good.
Oh, I got to share it on the In5d page, though. Yeah.
Okay. Where did we get to? Martel. No, before that. Oh, sounds like a wonderful day. There we go. So we've got a question here. Will NATO allow Ukraine to join? Whoa. Oh, I'm going to do a disclaimer here. A disclaimer, okay? So last week, I was absolutely appalled at one of the questions that was asked here. And I was absolutely adamant that that would never happen in the UK. Well, it did. And I'm sorry. I wasn't calling anyone a liar. I was just so bewildered that that would ever happen here. They have just legalized up to 9-month abortions here in the UK. And anybody watching this in the UK would not believe it unless you go and look, because it's so far out of our remit that we cannot get our heads around it here in the UK. They are absolutely, the most that you could ever do was, I think it was 4 months, and I think that was only because of a medical reason, you know, and that was the maximum ever. So for them to leap from that 4 months to 9 months, it's satanic. There's been a satanic overhaul of what is happening in the UK, and we are disgusted here, absolutely disgusted. So yeah,
you and I talked about this, you know, a few days ago, and someone got paid off. A lot of people got paid off because nobody in their right mind would vote for that. 9 months in, that's killing a person. That's bullshit. And this is for entertainment purposes only, but you guys get the drift, right?
Yeah, I had to have a couple of days off looking at everything and just concentrated on my business side of things because I just couldn't cope with it. I just couldn't. I was so upset. I still am. So, yeah. So anyway, I will put that to one side. So we've got Martel. Hello, Martel.
Hi, Martel.
Gemini Moon. Everyone's saying hello to each other, which I love. That's frozen. I can't move it at the moment. You want to continue? I'm up to Steve Mitchell. Oh, it's let me now. Bonjour, guys, from the outer lands of pixies and clotted cream. Lovely. I love clotted cream so much. It's really bad for you, but I love it. Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia. Everyone's saying hello. What is clotted cream? Do you not have clotted cream there? Now, Steve, you're gonna have to let them know what that is, because
Why don't you
it's
just tell us?
like a very thick cream that doesn't have sweetness to it. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's got a certain taste. Good. Got a certain taste to it, but it complements, like you have it with like scones and butter and cream and jam. You have like, it's like what we call a cream tea here in England.
So a scone is like a biscuit, isn't it?
No.
Not a cookie or cracker for you guys, but for us, our kind of biscuits.
I don't know what your biscuits are. I don't know. It's like a fruit cake, but in like it's made in kind of like that shape, and then you cut it in half, and then you open it up, and then you spread butter, and then jam, and then a big dollop of clotted cream. And
up until the clotted cream.
Oh, it's beautiful. You're going to have to try it, my love. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I would try it. Can't promise I'd like it.
So Linda for healing list, of course, Linda, I will put you on there. Do you want to take up that?
Yep. No. Lori liked and shared. Thank you, Lori.
Okay, let me do the share bit as well.
Mary shared it 4 times. So Lori once and Mary 4.
Lori once. And who was that? Sorry, I'm not
Mary Vanny. Mary Vanny. Clotted cream is the 4. Clotted cream is the nectar of unhealthy Cornish people.
Sweetheart, I couldn't do it that quickly, love.
Mary Vanny 4 times.
Mary Van 4 times. Mary.
Yes.
And Lori once, and then was Linda as well.
Well, I guess so. I wasn't. I thought you were caught up until that.
Linda was for the healing list. Okay.
Yeah. Hi to Eveline from Holland. Holland. It's a new name, Eveline.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. Jeremiah shared it on Facebook.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Aw, Lisa, thank you. Good to see you, Ali and Gregg, and you're both glowing. I'm glowing because of this goddess. She does that to me. Yeah, Linda shared, and shared. So
I knew Linda was sharing it. I knew it. So
Martell shared once.
Okay, hold on. Linda was how many shared?
3. Martell 1 and Lisa 1.
And Lisa 1.
And then
all right. Tasha, thank you guys.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Very much so. It's just past that.
Go ahead.
I guess it's past that shadow banning malarkey.
Yeah. Could you please put Betty and Gillis, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, on your healing list, please? Certainly.
I did.
We've had an air on nonstop for 4 days, and it's been very humid today, as well as 90 degrees. That's a good thing, isn't it? Or not? Is it too hot? Better than snow or cold rain. Cold rain is the worst weather, when it's almost freezing, but it's not, and it's just cold rain. I'd much rather have 0 degrees Fahrenheit than cold rain. Cold rain's the worst. It cuts right through you. Hi, Chrissy, with your hand pink waving.
No, lovely lady. Sending love out to you.
And there's Claudette. Hi, Claudette. Thank you for being here. And Lori.
Lori, hi, guys.
Work.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. What a great job you must have too. You get paid to watch us. Sadly, that is legal in Canada also. Most don't even know about it. Oh, that's horrible.
I'm going to be speaking about it on every broadcast I ever do, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry, but I will.
Good.
Kathy Cat. Hello, Kathy Cat. I know who you are now.
With a hand at the same position. Cat, yes. Welcome aboard. There's evil at the helm of this planet. Yeah, and you know, I have this article on In5d called Pyramid of Death, Who Runs This Planet? And there's so many layers above, like the Pope. People think it's Pope, but you also have the Black Pope above him. And you have, you know, all these extraterrestrial entities who came here long eons before we were even settled here, who helped cultivate the planet. Then you have archons, but somebody created the archons above them. The archons are feeding off of the negative energy, which is why whenever you watch the 6 o'clock news or whatever, it's all full of negative energy. You don't feel good watching the news. Why? Loosh. It's all that loosh that way up on that pyramid, way above the Pope and the Black Pope and all this, are all these malevolent entities that are pulling these strings, and this shit's got to come to an end, and it will. So yeah,
we are seeing it, but it's getting a lot worse here in England before it gets better. You know, I hope it does. I didn't think we could seep any lower. I'm so disgusted with my country. I'm disgusted with it.
I'm kind of losing track of where the conversation is. I sadly don't believe they are. Who are? Who? What? I'm losing track. Do you know who they are?
That could be several different things. That could be. We've spoken about several different things. I'm sorry, Akasha.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the chat. It's like, because we kind of flip between different subjects, sometimes it could mean that and it could mean this.
I know. UK is one step closer to the film Soylent Green. That's scary because it makes you wonder, what are they doing with the bodies once they abort them?
No, not even going to go there. I know what they're doing. We all know what they're doing.
Yeah, we do.
It makes us feel sick.
There's Vera.
Hey, Vera. I saw your video with your cat leaping across to, I don't know what technical thing it was, but it shut it off, didn't it? Quite funny. Good leap, though. It was a really good leap.
You know, the would never do that, so they must want to get rid of the English. It's totally evil. I'm sorry it passed. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you go.
Had England not lost its heritage, it would have never happened.
It hasn't lost its heritage yet, but it's on its way, love. It hasn't lost it yet. We're still grabbing on. What is more evil is that mother who says, "I don't want this." That mother should be sterilized at the time of that, so that she never ever does that again, and she should be never ever allowed to be around children ever again, to have such a disgustingly low opinion of a child of any age. So as far as I'm concerned, stick that person in with the pedophiles, because that's how low they are.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So apparently, here's a good explanation. It's whipped cream without sugar. Does that sound?
I don't think it is. I think I got it all wrong. I just don't know how to describe clotted cream. I will try and do it on my little phony thing. I will try and do a googly thing.
Stephen says that scones are like sweet United States biscuits.
Okay.
So that makes sense. That I can understand that. And thank you, Claudette, for reminding everyone to put your questions in all capital letters, uppercase, please. Scones are lighter than a biscuit. Okay. Do you put it on plum pudding?
Any type of pudding, I suppose. I think because I was thrown by your pudding, but we've got like steamed puddings, like treacle puddings and syrup puddings and things like that. So, and they're sweet, the sweet ones. But I know that we also have the savoury ones as well. So, but yeah, you could put it on like apple pie. You could put it on, you know, any of that. A dollop of clotted cream.
It's like a biscuit, not as heavy, but heavier than bread. Okay, that makes sense. Is clotted cream also custard like they put in plum pudding?
No, it's not custard at all.
Hi to Mel. Welcome back, one of our regulars. Vera shared. Thank you, Vera.
I think I accidentally, oh no, I didn't. I think I accidentally deleted one of my search engines. I fall asleep sometimes and my thumb rests on the thing and then it turns into crosses and then I might accidentally then cross something else off. That's what it does.
Be kind of funny if your thumb accidentally hit the camera and recorded you snoring.
No.
Northern Ontario had hail 3 days ago. I thought it was going to break my windows, just pelting down. Oh man. Crazy weather out there. Linda says I don't mind cold rain, I just stay indoors and out of it. Cat said thank you for my fabulous reading.
Ah, thank you. I enjoyed it very much.
Only in Canada. It was 40 degrees Celsius in Toronto yesterday, so they closed the pools. What sense does that make? Why? Because they can't play ice hockey on it? I can't see that.
And I'm trying, love. I'm trying. I don't know how. It's like, there we go.
There you go. Yeah. Biscuits. Yeah. Looks like biscuits, but lighter, apparently. But you guys call biscuits crackers or cookies or something. What do you call biscuits?
Don't know your biscuits. I don't know. It's cake.
No, I'm saying, what do you call them? What's a biscuit to you?
A biscuit is like something you dunk in your tea, like a cookie, but without, obviously, cookies. You know, we can just have like a plain biscuit, you know. Yeah.
That's what I said it was. Biscuits. I said to you, a biscuit was a cookie. You go, no.
Yeah, but it's not just a cookie. A cookie is a cookie, and a biscuit is like digestive biscuits, and there's all different types of biscuits. Okay. Yeah, custard creams, bourbons, you know, Oreos.
Oreos are biscuits.
Oreos. Yeah. Yes.
No, they're cookies. What are cookies to you? You don't have...
Yeah, cookies. Yeah, we have cookies. They've got chocolates or raisins in, and you dunk those in tea as well. So they're a type of biscuit. Yeah.
Cookies are a type of biscuit. Where here, cookies are separate from biscuits. Biscuits are something you put chicken and gravy over, or sausage and gravy on top of biscuits.
I think what we call those is cobblers. I think. Yeah, I think because it's like stew and minced cobbler is like a gravy dinner with mince, and then you have these. They look like scones on top, but they're savoury. Yes. It's
So kind of
strange,
saying-
isn't it?
Is 40 degrees Celsius. I have no idea what that would be. Probably pretty hot. I'm guessing maybe 80, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. But she said that they closed the pool. That's it. Huh? What's that? What's that? Make that make sense to me. How do you close a pool when it's that hot out?
Really? Yeah, that's silly. Okay, here we go. The best idea: clotted cream. Okay, so clotted cream is slowly thickened cream that is neither airy like whipped cream nor sweet. While whipped cream is as light as a cloud and bright white, clotted cream is thick enough to spread, cream hued and milk tasting. Its flavour is that of it is that of cream, only intensified. Yeah. It's so calorific though, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time envisioning it. My grandmother was from
Huddersfield.
Put a yellowish cream on pudding. Yeah. Made with unpasteurized milk, and the FDA officially banned the distribution of any milk or milk products that haven't been pasteurized in America since 1987. Interesting. There's another question coming in. They're going to give religious exemptions back to attend school in New York State.
Into it.
I hope so. Yeah. Here's a new name, Harry Priya.
Hey, hello.
Hi, Harry. Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us.
What do you mean they have not legalised?
Go ahead. You can read it.
So the writing is so tiny.
It is. It's not me, is it? Did that change?
Just changed. It's just so tiny now. So no, they have not legalised abortion up to 40 weeks in the UK. It is still 24 weeks. They have changed the law so the woman cannot be prosecuted if something happens which causes a miscarriage. Yeah, there's other things in that isn't quite just that simple. Yeah, I mean, because it's like because somebody asked, can a woman say that they don't want their child? And it was like, yes, but it has to be done in a hospital. That's the only thing. It has to be done in a hospital. Done. What do you mean done? Do you know what I mean? If the person doesn't want it, then isn't that the same as abortion? Isn't that the same? So, yeah, it's wrong.
I was thinking about a peanut butter cookie today. I am manifesting it. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
40 Celsius is 104 degrees. Wow, that's hot. Hi to Leona from Down Under.
Leona.
Biscuits in Australia are usually a sweet biscuit with additions of dried fruit or chocolate, or plain sweet biscuits. Crackers are used for dips and cheese. Yeah,
We're exactly like you, Australia. We're exactly like you.
Crackers are used for dips and cheese here too. Crackers are crackers. You cracker. Hi to Up 3. How are you? Thanks for being here.
Hi to Up 3. That's funny.
Hi to Up 3. For God's sake.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to turn my volume off and making a coffee.
Okay. They closed the pools in Toronto because it was 104 degrees Fahrenheit plus humidity. They were worried about the lifeguards and the heat. Okay, I get that. Don't they have like little lifeguard houses, tents, or umbrellas or something? I put jelly and butter on biscuits. Sounds good. Rob, I wouldn't trust a chocolate cookie with raisins. I go to my cousin every few days, get unpasteurized raw milk. Tastes so different to shop bought milk. Great in coffee, tea, and with cereal. Right on. Got a neighbor just south of me, Cindy Glick from Venice, Florida. Hi from Sarasota. Forgive me, but come on, it's better. It's been way hotter than that. It's a poor excuse to close the pools. They could switch the guards, take a dip. Yeah, sure. Bet you never envisioned a chat being on clotted cream.
I know. Should we start asking some global prediction questions?
Crackers.
So the kittens are getting very, very cute, guys. They're very, very, very cute right now. They are just into everything. Hilarious.
You gonna show us?
If I've got to find them, I've got to find them. They literally find little cubby holes to sleep in. She'll be out. You know, she's getting sick and tired of feeding them. Sick and tired. So she rough and tumbles with them. She runs up and down the flat with them, plays with them, but she plays a bit rough. So of course when they start really screaming, I'm like, Tink! So I'm in the middle of doing a reading and then I go, Tink! Oh look, it's coming now because I said Tink.
Yeah. Here's a good question. Go ahead.
No, I just said she's had enough. That's all. She's just up to there with them.
Here's a question for you. Do you guys have English muffins there?
Yes. Yes, we do. English muffin. Would you like an English muffin? Muffin?
Cindy says, I hope you're loving Trump just as much as I am. I want the truth to come out, and I want all the corruption to end. As long as that shit's happening, I'm happy.
That's how I feel about it. When I ask my guys, I go, oh my God, what now? And my guys keep saying, trust the plan. Trust the plan. So I go with them.
I get it. Because I've been going through a lot of shit lately, and things have started to make a turn for the better despite me still living in a shithole. Things are starting to make a progression in a positive way.
Yes.
So I am trusting the plan myself.
Yes.
My own personal plan and the plan for greater humanity. Yep. Crumpets are better than muffins. Would you agree? Crumpets are better than muffins.
Crumpets are savoury, and obviously muffins are sweet. So I suppose if you're savoury tooth or sweet tooth, I'm sweet tooth. Hence, yeah, I like sweet stuff.
Everyone here in the States know you guys have tea and crumpets, but nobody here in the States knows what the hell a crumpet is.
How do you describe a crumpet? Imagine a pancake that is thicker, blow it up so there's loads of bubbles in it, and then toast it.
So it's kind of like, almost like an English muffin, kind of, but more like a pancake.
It's more like toast, but with bubbles in it. It's difficult to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
question. Trump's move on the Iran scenario. What are your thoughts? We shall see. We will get to the questions though soon.
Yeah. Are you doing it now?
No, because we have questions earlier that we haven't scrolled back to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
You're starting the questions.
Yeah, let's start. See how it's already 8:43.
Alrighty.
And the first question is, will NATO allow Ukraine to join? What I'm getting on the cards is basically saying that it's kind of like a big fraternity, and I was in a fraternity when I was in college, and you can make or break people. If you don't care for the person, you know, they'll bust on that person until the pledge stops pledging. That's rare. You don't see it often. I never saw it, but I know it happens. But it's like a fraternity. If they want you in, they'll get you in. And I got the first card out I have is the King of Cups, and that kind of to me is saying that that's what they want. And it's honestly, it's going to cause a shit stir with Russia, and probably all of the BRICS nations. And it's also going to have echoes that go overseas. As you can see, he's pointing to the water. And it has the potential to escalate things. We'll just leave it at that. But there is something that to de-escalate it, and that's Trump, because he has all the tools that he needs. And you've seen what he did. A lot of us were not for him bombing recently, and because of the potential consequences. And then apparently they shot missiles up and they were all intercepted, and but just war begets war. You know, Tulsi Gabbard said there was no weapons of mass destruction. Trump disagreed and sent the troops in there. I don't know anyone that really loves war, but this has the potential. NATO allowing Ukraine to join would have the potential of us versus them, you know, and the BRICS union will not be happy about that, but the bottom line is going to be diplomacy regardless of what happens. And if Trump can play the mediator, which I believe, didn't he take us out of NATO? Because it's like I said, it's basically a fraternity. If you don't kiss each other's asses and, you know, go along with the 4 a.m. talking points and, you know, do all that woke shit, then you look like an a-hole if you're part of them and say no to it. You know, it's kind of like a glorified Bilderberg group, you know, where they plan out events for the future. It's not much about peace. It's about developing camaraderie to cover your ass when you go to war. That's what I have. Let's see what Ali's got. Oh, she's away from the screen. She must have been taking a dump or something.
I was. Yeah, it's really stinky. Okay, so straight away, obviously, if Nate, that's what started things off in the first place. If you listen to Tucker Carlson talking to Putin, that's what Putin was saying. He said he warned Ukraine, if you get into NATO, it won't be good for you. I'm not having it. And so, yeah, that's what started it all off. So that is a quick way to not end that war. And that's what I feel. I did pull the justice card, though. I pulled the justice card. So I believe, I really feel the bigger plan is unfolding, and that a lot of what we're seeing is, if you think about the, they know what people psychologically do when they see that, or when they feel this, or when that happens. That's usually what the people do. Okay. And then so we'll do this in response to that, and then this, and it'll all lead them all into that, which is where they want everyone to be. And I know that sounds gobbledygook, but this is what they're playing, 5D chess. This is the thing. And so I just keep getting, trust the plan, trust the plan, trust the plan. But everybody will win. The answer to that is, I don't see it. I've not got anything in the cards that said that. I've got a psychological manipulator. I think that sometimes they chuck things out there just to see what response that people give it. I believe that that's what they're doing. They're trying to create more and more division as well. So, you know, if Trump's playing 5D chess, the black hats are trying to create as much havoc as possible, okay, to try and throw out what's happening with the 5D chess and everything. So that's what's going on. I had a friend of mine who said he doesn't believe in the white hats or black hats. I said, are you nuts? I said, I'm sorry, I was a bit rude. I just said, all it is, the white hats are the good guys, the black hats are the bad guys. Otherwise, we've got to say the good guys are doing this and the bad guys are doing that. It's like good guys, bad guys, white hats, black hats. It's just simple.
Black hat sounds like black cats when you say it.
Yeah.
Black cats. Speaking of which,
English accent.
you're gonna. Well, no, it doesn't matter who's saying it. Black hats. Sounds like black cats. But speaking of black cats,
I'll go and find them.
oh no! You made a decision.
Oh yes, I did. I have. Yeah. There is the grey cat. Is beautiful. It's lovely, gorgeous. She's wonderful. And then I would have let her have a set of kittens, because that's what I do. So I'm vetting people who are wanting to have kittens at the moment. I'm vetting them and making sure that they're the right people. So I'm doing that at the moment. But I've decided that Gracie hasn't chosen me. She doesn't come up to me, but the one that does is a big fluffy black male cat. And he's got an orange collar, and he is just so cuddly and so sweet and really kind natured, very kind of like, you know, he just reminds me of a teddy bear. That's what he reminds me of. He's just so sweet. So yeah, we're having the black cat now, my love.
Okay, I'm totally cool with that. And you
wanted black anyway, didn't you, in the beginning?
I did. And like you said, you know, they choose us. When I got my last German Shepherd, these were his brothers and sisters, but he's the one standing up in the cage, basically saying, take me. And so he kind of knew. And there's a picture of him as well. That's Sammy. But yeah, they pick us.
You want to show the first picture, because the one in the cage, because that didn't show up. I added him in.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to do that. It's been a while since I had to share screens.
Okay. One day you'll show me how to do it. I want to know how to do that. Share the screen.
Gladly.
Such a cutie pie, though.
Okay.
I'll come off screen so it's bigger.
Okay. Yeah, that's Sammy. His mother was black. His father was sable, and that's the colors to his left and right that are in the cage with him. Which, black and sable shepherds are just, it's a rare color. You'll see albino ones more than the traditional black and tan, but the black and the sable ones are just, they're stunning. The black ones look like wolves, but yeah, he picked me. There's no doubt about it. And what a great dog. And this was him at 8 weeks old. I have a video on the In5d YouTube channel, how to teach your dog to catch a Frisbee. I had him catching a Frisbee within 4 weeks of this age right here. 4 weeks. They're so smart. I love shepherds, or Alsatians as they call them in Europe. Yeah. So let's go to our next question here. Anyone else a German Shepherd fan? I mean, there's so many kinds. There's black and tan, and all black, all white, long-haired. They have the European ones which have bigger bones. Wow. Yeah, if I were to get another dog, I'd get a black shepherd again. And if it was a male, it would be Shadow. And if it's a female, her name will be Gypsy. And our next question comes from Quad B. Are they going to give religious exemptions back to attend school in New York State? So, whoa, cards are just flying. Hopefully when Ali comes back, she'll have some kittens for us to take a peek at. So I got 3 cards for you. Quad B. There's a lot of discussion going on right now on this issue. With New York being a liberal state, you would think it would be a unanimous kind of decision, but it's only New York City that's basically liberal, and not all that is either. I think there's a lot of cheating going on, first and foremost, because the rest of New York predominantly is red. I'm from upstate New York, and yeah, they have some liberal pockets everywhere you go, but in general, New York State is red. It's not liberal, and I think that the stuffing of the ballot boxes would probably be the case in New York City, where it's easier to get away with that shit. So it's going to happen. I don't have a time, because we also have the yes card, but it's going to happen. When it happens, it's going to be fast and furious. It's almost like it'll be out of your mind, and then bam, that decision will be made. So yeah, it's going to happen. People are going to push for it. All this woke shit's going away. That's what I have. Let's see what the hottest goddess has for us.
Darling. Yeah, the kittens have gone hiding somewhere, so I can't find them. I tried to call them, but no, they're not coming out. So Ali's kind of like answer was, have they defunded particular schools because they won't give in and have the, is it DEI policies, and so they're defunded. So these schools, I can see they haven't got a choice but to have new people come in, because financially they are desperately needing that, because they are being, you know, there's no money. Okay, you know, because he's withdrawn it, isn't he, if they won't abide by that. And so with that in mind, I then asked and said, will this lunacy come to an end? And I got the death card. Okay, so that's endings, beginnings. Yeah, it's like something is changing. It's in the motion of changing right now. And so, yes, I feel that there will be some, yeah, it's like they haven't got a choice but to give in. Exposure is coming. So, yeah, that's what I get.
Alrighty. Thank you, my love. Good. We both agree. Consider it carved in stone. Or not. It's for entertainment purposes only. So, from Leona in Australia, Trump's move on Iran scenario. What are your thoughts? Thank you. Okay. Okay. He, as I mentioned before, Tulsi Gabbard said Iran's not making, they don't have the plutonium, they're not making all this shit. But Trump went ahead and said, yeah, his intel said, yeah, they are. And, you know, that's where we're at with this, the first card out. Should I stay or should I go now? You know, it's choices, you know, and he, upon his intel, and sometimes we don't have to understand what's going on. You know, I did not agree with it, but if it leads ultimately to peace and the end of wars, well, I guess you gotta say that's what it is, you know, and that's where I'm at on this card right here, you know, because ultimately, you know, when you go in and ask those questions, did it resolve to peace? At least up until now, yes, it has. He's got some kind of guidance going on as well. Star family guidance, where, call it intuition, call it what you want, but divine intervention. He's got some connections that are pretty powerful. And I do believe that those are working in the best interests of humanity. So those are my thoughts on that. Let's hope he makes the right decisions and not getting countries into war. That's what I have. Isn't she hot?
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something before you go? What does Jonah mean?
What does what?
Jonah. What does Jonah mean?
Jonah.
Is it biblical? Jonah.
There's a Jonah, but I'm not sure. Yeah. You can look it up.
Just look at that card. So that is like, I've got to choose a path, right or wrong. I've got to choose a path. But does that mean that somebody's done some wrong?
Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed to some word I can't pronounce. Book of Jonah is one of the 12 major prophets in the Hebrew Bible, and an individual book, the Christian Old Testament, where it has 4 chapters. The book tells of a Hebrew prophet named Jonah, son of Amittai, who was sent by God to prophesy the destruction of Nineveh, but attempts to escape his divine mission. And they all lived happily ever after.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we're any the wiser, really. But what my guides are saying is, I believe that Trump knows that that whoever is in charge in Iran is not anybody to be that worried about. They have started. This is why they wanted to go straight for the big weapons, because they don't have much else. As that's what I get. Or they are not able to get the big stuff. The stuff that they're retaliating with, after the US came in and blew up the bases and blew up the places where they would be building these big weapons, nuclear weapons. Once he'd done that, they were already over the sea coming back home before they actually realized anything had actually happened. They don't have the capability of creating anything. And with him wiping that out, it's like, so if you imagine terrorists in charge of bomb making, and the threat of that, and say, if you was in charge, what would you do? I mean, what would any of us do? If you had the capability of just wiping it out and saying, stop playing with the big boys, okay, because you're not there. Stop messing about with it. So my feeling with it is, I feel that Tulsi Gabbard is, when I tuned into her, I think the question came up about Tulsi and why she wasn't at the meeting. I did feel it as if I didn't feel panicked about her not being at that meeting. But when I'm tuning into her energy now regarding after his bombing, I feel that she's not okay with it. And I do feel as if she won't leave, but she is not on board with what the decision was. But I'm going to say, for some reason, Tulsi wasn't being told the whole truth. I feel that there is somebody next to Tulsi who is not telling her, her intel. There's been a discrepancy with her intel, and she has had to be left out of the loop. Because she does not believe that there is any problem there. But this is just what they're saying. But what I'm actually seeing is that everything is part of a bigger plan. Trump has a looking glass mirror. He has that capability, so he knows what's what. He knows the future. So I got you. He knows the future. He knows what's happening, and so that's it really. So I trust it. I don't like anything to do with bombing and wars. I wish there was I wish everybody could just get rid of their big weapons and just dissolve them completely, and it's done. That's what I would like to see. Yeah. So anyway, that's me. That's me done.
I'm with you. Totally with you. Interesting. Yeah, Jonah was in the belly of the whale. A couple of the comments there. It's interesting what that would mean from a metaphysical perspective in regard to how you answered it. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the card as well. If you look, the card was like I answered it with not really understanding the word, but looking at the card.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
May I say how beautiful you look?
Thank you, my love.
You do.
Thank you, darling.
I love you.
Love you too. You look sexy as hell too, my love.
Thank you. Greg, do you think Trump's decision was influenced by the CIA and there's a diplomatic battle between the CIA and the FBI, Department of Justice? Yeah, definitely. Because he's trying to clean out both of those, and they're both corrupt. Ultimately, I say get rid of them both and bring something else in that doesn't have the history of corruption that the CIA and the FBI have. So yeah. But was he influenced by the good people that are in there? Probably. He may have also been influenced by his cabinet, who are pro-military industrial complex. So, yeah, good question though. Our next question comes from Quad B. What about terrorist attacks on infidels? What about terrorist attacks? There's a comedian, Brian Regan, and he has this skit that he does on visiting the hospital, going to the emergency room. I highly recommend checking it out. Brian Regan. Aw, let me highlight you.
Sorry, I was muted. So, it's your baby. It's your baby.
His name's Gary.
Yeah. So yes, this is him, and he's a big fluff ball. He's just so cute. We love him already. We love him, but she's just had enough, really. I mean, she'll look after them, but yeah, she's tired, aren't you, love? She's tired. She's done her bit. She's done her bit. She's been a very, very good mama. Very good mum. Yeah, haven't you? Hey. So anyway, that's the kitten. We're thinking of boys' names, guys. So if you've got any boys' names you can think of, let us know.
Shadow.
No, because shadow can mean a bad thing. Shadow can mean your shadow self, your...
Okay. I gave you the perfect name.
Yeah, but you want your doggy to be called Shadow. You said that.
If it's a male, he will be Shadow. Why can't you have a Shadow for a male for a dog and a cat? Because cats aren't going to answer anyway.
Well, if ever we are together in living in the same country, we get Shadow, and they're both going to go, what?
Shadow, no. And the other one will be like, I didn't.
Tell one off, and it's like, well, what do you do?
Aw. He's so handsome. And she's so cute.
Which one's this one? No collar one. So we've got this one as well. This one.
Let me get off the screen.
This one, we haven't got a collar for that one yet. Well, we had, it fell off. So, yeah, we haven't got that one. Are you trying to do kamikaze? Come back here, love. Come back here, baby. Sit back here. See, you've got your brother there. I think they can see themselves on the camera. Anyway, I think that's enough for kittens, darling, because they're gonna try and jump off. Here, darling. You get down. You get down, baby. Ah. Yeah. All right, love. Yeah, he's all right.
Here's a good name. Pumpkinhead.
That was her name when you first met her.
It was, because she had a big pumpkin head like they do right now.
Yeah. Please don't get on my computer. Please do not get on my computer.
Look at their heads. Huge.
The kitten just did it. And it's reduced my screen down. Oh my God. How am I going to do that? Oh, there we are. She went on my computer. Yeah. You're so sweet. You're just so lovely.
They're so adorable. All of them.
They are.
And Mama and Grandma.
Oh, yep. Getting down now. They're starting to jump up onto the sofas and get down off the sofas. So, yes. So they're all eating. They're all used. They've never once had any accidents. Not one accident. One has a little wee wee. But that was it. That was it. But there's no other accidents at all. And they're all eating. And and drinking. Oh, I haven't seen any of you.
Did we answer this?
Do you want to say hello to everybody? My grandson's here. Can you just say hi to everybody?
Sure. Hey, Logan.
Hello, Greg.
What's up, dude?
Nothing much. I'm too tall.
Oh yeah,
I'm
look.
too tall.
There you go. This is handsome. My handsome boy, look. Yeah. He's trying out for football teams at the moment. Get into a team, aren't you?
Yeah. Been a little bit unlucky.
Yeah.
He's a goalie.
He's a goalie. So the trouble is
Is
there's less opportunities, and it's harder. It's harder to get in there because obviously you don't need as many,
I did try for a professional academy.
Tried for a professional academy, he just said. He got to the finals, and they said, I think it's just keep trying, basically. Each time it comes up, just keep trying. Show dedication, which he does.
Well, I mean, his last tryout, he didn't let in any goals, and they took somebody that did. That didn't make sense.
Yeah, he played a much better game. But yeah, I think they're all kind of like they know who they're going to have, that sort of thing.
Right. And you're right that, you have two defenders, three midfielders, you have your wings and your front line. There's so many more other positions that you could cross-train for. Like if you're a midfielder, you have to know something about defense and offense. That's the position I used to play when I played soccer because I like playing both. But a goalie, you're just that. You're it. So, yeah, less opportunity. But when the opportunity is right for Logan, it'll happen. Maybe this wasn't the perfect opportunity. Maybe something better is on the horizon.
Well, I've still got 5 more.
He's got 5 more to try out for.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
It'll be the perfect one. It will.
Yeah, that's right.
Good boy. He helps me out. Anyway, what we got now?
Did we answer this?
No.
I think I put it up and we were gonna do it and the cats came in and
No.
Yeah.
No.
So our next question will be what about terrorists attacks on infidels? That's right, because I was talking about Brian Regan. How he uses those words. What about terrorist attacks on infidels? Check that out. Brian Regan, Regan, and Emergency Room. It'll have you in stitches. Laughing, tears will be coming out of your eyes. One of the funniest sketches ever. So, what about terrorist attacks on infidels? Well, what we have, interesting though, these cards that came out, for the time being, I hate to say it, but you know, this card is screaming, watch your back, right? Back's against the wall, but watch your back. I got a yes card too. It might happen. I'm not feeling it'll happen and like all over the place. And what I'm also sensing is it could be false flag bullshit too. It could be Antifa claiming to be terrorists or whatever, and then saying, oh, this is all Trump's fault. When I saw Patricia posted something recently about how Hillary and Biden and Obama all helped to get Iran to where they are to be able to potentially make nuclear weapons. But yet, because of all the supplies and stuff that they allowed Iran to get, but yet, if there was a false flag by some group just to blame Trump, would it surprise anyone? Wouldn't surprise me. You got the double card. Up to some shit. Perhaps that's it. Hate to say it though. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I don't feel it's gonna happen in magnitude. It's not gonna be like nuclear weapons. It'll be like a smart bomb or something like that, this here and there. But it's not gonna be anything huge. There may be casualties, sadly. It'll all get exposed though, and who is behind it. That's what I have. We'll see what the love of my life has.
I've been unmuted. I was just checking that I was unmuted then. Okay, so my guides have just said that they're basically saying the same kind of thing. It doesn't really matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter what your belief system is. There's just one plain, simple truth. You can't attack another religion or race or, just because of their belief systems. But what can't happen is the hatred that is coming out, and just to deliberately, kill other people and go around. That is a terrorist. And if there are terrorists that are in charge of Iran right now, then, nobody is safe, especially with certain weapons. So, yeah. It's like I feel we just have to put ourselves into the position of what would we actually do? What would we do? Yeah, love, yeah. All right. Yeah, so that's it, really. It's kind of the same question. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got.
Sometimes I just get lost in looking at you.
I love.
I don't have to say anything, just feel you and your energy.
I love you too. I do. Just I always get embarrassed. I just get embarrassed.
I'm embarrassing to you?
No, not at all. I love, but I don't know what to say. You know what it's like. It's like if I give you a compliment, you don't know what to say. You just go, thank you.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe I should rock back while you're forward and
yeah. This used to be called date night, you know. It did in the beginning, in the years ago, 2021.
Yeah. Got saucy a few times.
Few times, yeah. Yeah.
They're all archived on the In5d channel.
They are.
It was fun.
So if that's the case with Tulsi, they will isolate, identify her intel, and proceed accordingly. Yes, I agree with that too. They are isolating. This is what I got. They are isolating that intel person with Tulsi, and she will see what's really been happening. So she's not going anywhere. They just had to kind of get her up to speed. But with her being so, she's very faithful to her team. But, you know, Trump has had lots of experience with a team that can seem one way to your face and another way behind your back, and can sometimes be absolutely 100% loyal and be paid off or be blackmailed in the background. They are very good at blackmailing. Just watch the Diddy case and you'll see just how wide that is and just the manipulation that goes on. You know, we have this on you, do as you're told, and everything's fine. You know, pass that bill, don't pass that bill, don't do this, do that. Say this, don't say that. You know, this is how they manipulate. So, yeah.
Whoops. Our next question comes from Brian up in Syracuse, New York. Is ICE taking citizens to detention that are not undocumented immigrants to detention, as the media is saying? ICE taking citizens. And I drew some cards on that already, and I'm looking at that. The first card out is the justice card. So whatever citizens are being taken to detention, which most likely would be Gitmo, it might not be undocumented immigrants. It might be part of the roundup, you know. So that's the justice card coming through, and it's also happening. A lot of these are happening in the dead of the night, where people are asleep, and not many people are tracking the plane flights going back and forth to Gitmo. And I also got the death card on this one too. And I think that's more along the lines of, you know, the justice card, that it's all coming to a head, it's coming to fruition. Yeah, media is trying to send you in one direction. Look over here. But yeah, there is some truth to that, but it's not what they're saying. That's what I have. Let's see how the hottest goddess can answer this question.
I agree. Let's get rid of my printer there. I just, my guys, I've done the dice and everything. My guys are just saying that the roundup is happening, as well as and this is the way they're disguising it. Imagine if, you know, these ICE people turn up and say you are one of these evil, you know, celebrities, and they're turning up in your neighborhood. You're less likely to try and run, aren't you? You're less likely to do that. I truly believe that there is going to be some footage coming out with one of the celebrities being rounded up. And I think you know, there are agents with ICE, so it's not exactly ICE, but there are some other agents, plainclothes agents, that are also doing the celebrity thing, and the not just celebrities, but the evil ones, the ones that are going to be going to Gitmo. So, you know, but they are all evil and need to go. But I'm not saying that all the immigrants that they're rounding up are not necessarily, at the moment, I think they're taking out all of the ones that have been criminals, have done horrible, horrific things whilst they've been in the country. They are not going after the you know, the mothers and children, okay? But if they're a family, then obviously they are being deported together. Yeah, so anyway, it's a very complicated situation, isn't it? But I truly believe in the plan. That's it, my love.
Brian said, thank you, Greg and Ali. The media is saying that Trump is taking the wrong people and taking rights away from people who belong in this country.
Well, they're going to say that, aren't they? They want, they just want to. They don't want this to happen. There's a big agenda that's gone on. How else are they going to get the Democrats back into power and Trump out of it and Trump's team out of it, unless that they keep the immigrants here? Because the immigrants were the only ones that would ever vote Democrats in the next election. Even the people who still say that they are, you know, with the Democrats. There is who's the boss in the Democrat? Who have they got? Is it AOC? Nobody thinks that AOC is a leader in any way, shape, or form. She doesn't know the rights of immigrants. She got called out, didn't she? By the top guy at ICE. It was quite something. So yes, so there's no leader. There's no leader. So they have to have the immigrants.
Do you know anything about this one? Do you guys think that Selena Gomez will be arrested by ICE for her crimes against music?
He's being sarcastic, saying that her music is that bad. Is she going to be arrested as well?
Okay, I didn't. Yeah, I really couldn't. I couldn't name one song she does.
I feel very sorry for the likes of Selena Gomez, and even what's her name? Anyway, a lot of them who started off as Disney stars, what those children had to go through with being passed around to different men, you know, in order to keep them on the TV, what they had to go through. You can imagine why they have come unstuck and unstable in later life. So, Britney Spears, yeah.
Timberlake, Christina Aguilera.
All of them. So I'm not saying that they're right. They still have a choice that they need to make, but you know, chances are they've got a handler right beside them who warns them otherwise.
AOC makes $174,000 a year and now has $29 million. How do you do that on that salary? Insider trading. That's how. Knowing what stock's going up and when to sell and when it's going to crash. They're all in on it. We're all caught up.
Yeah. There's bosom buddy isn't Bibi CIA. That's Ben Netanyahu. I believe Netanyahu has been swapped out, same as Putin. That's what I believe. Isn't the original.
Yeah.
So, original one, yes. Yeah.
Let us wrap things up for this evening right here, because you had a long day and you've been rocking the whole time. So, and I'm hungry. I want to get something to eat. Now that I'm off of my 1 meal a day diet, I can have something to eat right now.
You've done so well, darling.
Thank you. I appreciate that. See, it's easier to accept that as a compliment than, oh, you look handsome, and whatever. Thank you. What would you
We
like to
thank
wrap up?
everybody here for coming in and supporting us. You know, thank you. Oh, I've got to pick the people. Okay, so how many people? How many people? There is 60 out of 60. No, 67. 67. Can you pick 2 people out of that? There's a clock that you can do, like, and it just automatically just picks one.
Here it is. Yeah. Okay, so
this is for the 30-minute reading with myself on Zoom. Okay, so who's... Oh, look. Make sure we put it on screen. Okay. Yay.
we have a random number generator.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes. Yeah. So 67 was the... Is that been picked?
No. I haven't done anything. This is just... We're going to hit generate, and that number will appear over on the left. So generate. 34 is our first number.
34. 34 is Susie Polly.
Congratulations, Susie. And
Polly.
Our last number will be, we'll hit generate one more time. 51. So somebody tonight
is Mary Vaughn. Mary Vaughn. So Mary and Susie Polly. Okay, thank you. There you go. They're all on one sheet there. There you go. That's who it was.
Awesome.
So thank you so much. I'll reach out to both of you people and I will offer you some availability so you can pick, and I'll be doing a 30-minute reading with you. We'll carry on, obviously, the shares. We'll carry on, obviously, next time we are live, and we'll just keep doing it, basically. And it's always at the end of the month.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for sharing and joining us, and for all your questions, all of your conversation in the chat. You guys rock. We appreciate you so much. We really do. And make sure you book a reading with the lovely Hottest Goddess.
They're nearly half price at the moment, so just $50 at the moment, which is £40 for 1 hour. Okay, don't know how long I'm going to do it for, but and you've got 20. So it's $25, and that is £20. PsychicAlly.net. PsychicAlly.net. So don't miss out. Okay. So yeah, that's it.
And that's it. That's it for us tonight. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us. And on behalf of the love of my life, the beautiful, sexy, the hottest goddess, Ali, I'm Gregg, and we're sending you all lots of love and light from our heart to yours. Take care, everyone. Thanks again.
Thank you all. We love you.